You prepare whatever you want. So we're now preparing breakfast. We use this for every meal, breakfast, lunch, and supper. So we keep using this. We just use firewood, and everything is just the way as you see. This is our setup.
Do Americans appreciate what we have, what they have, what we have? I'm an American, so I'm going to say we. Do Americans appreciate what we have as a whole? Generalistic. No. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. Of course, it's a general statement. It's not going to apply to everybody, but this is a general conversation. I mean, you can make the argument, that I know somebody that this, or I know somebody that, or I know somebody that's poor in America. That's not really what this conversation is about, or not the question that I'm trying to pose. I'm just talking in a general sense. Do we appreciate what we have? Not based on what I see people complain about normally in my normal life. Not just on Instagram or Twitter or some social media site, but I'm just saying in normal life, what people are worried about and what people are complaining about is not things that have to do with the necessities of life. Now, does that mean that, you should not complain just because you don't have to worry about the necessities of life? Should you not have an opinion? Should you not be able to be upset or complain about something? No, absolutely not. Just the reality is that the level of happiness that people have in their lives, to me, has a direct correlation on them being able to being able to appreciate and see the level of comfort they have. So what I'm saying is when they're not able to see that level of comfort or have a certain amount of appreciation, they tend to have a certain level of discomfort in their life. They're never happy. They're upset about something most of the time. And if they're not upset, they're just always worrying about what they don't have instead of worrying about what they do have. Now, again, this is very generalistic, doesn't apply to everybody, but, we're just, it's a general conversation. I'll give you an example. I had a friend of mine, a girl I dated once, some years back. She was upset about something that was going on at her job. I forget what it is because at the time, I guess I just really heavily discounted whatever it is. Knowing me, I probably did. But anyway, I digress. So I was just telling the girl, I just said, hey, could be worse. Famous last words, could be worse. Something my granddad always used to say to me, could be worse. And she blew up. She went off. She was like, you can't belittle my experiences, or forgot the way that she put it. She was just basically saying that it's better to have empathy and to not discount somebody else's traumas. This is a really big phrase. I don't know if it's big in other countries, but here it's, trauma is a big, it's used very broadly. Whether you have traumas or not, a lot of things can be traumatic here in the U.S. when they're not traumatic in other places.
It's my money and I need it now.
But anyway, this person went off on me. It's like, look, you cannot, my personal experiences, you can't downplay those. And she made she made some good points, Thinking back on it years later, I honestly feel like, I actually can downplay it. I mean, if you go out and travel around the world and you see what other people have and don't have, you'll start to find out real quick that, wow, I have a lot here. I have a lot here. I was watching a video on YouTube about a girl she was explaining about her everyday life, and she was showing how, like, when she gets up in the morning to start off her day, she has to walk at least like 2 miles just to go get some water, some fresh water, and so that's 2 miles there, 2 miles back. And then, she has to cook and get her meal prepared, but it's not like turning on a stove. Like she has to make the stove, then get the stuff going, then go do some other work while that's like, cooking. And I get it. Someone's gonna say, well, not every, you're comparing apples to oranges. No, actually I'm not. I mean, people all around the world, they need the same things. They need food, we need shelter, we need clothing, we need water, the level of degree to which we have those things and the comfort to which we have them, that's the thing, the disparity, in life. And even that girl that had to walk 2 miles to get some water, I'm sure she could logically say, hey, at least I don't got to walk 5 miles to get some water, or 10 miles. So, there's always somebody over you, always somebody, under you in life. If there's not, you're just not living. You're not here anymore. But if you're here, that's pretty much what's happening. Even at the top of the list, okay, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, any given day, somebody's net worth could be higher or lower, whatever the case may be. But back to this particular conversation. Do we appreciate what we have? Nah, I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Is that such a bad thing? I don't know. That's not really what I'm trying to debate or what was on my mind. What was on my mind was, do we as Americans like actually sit back and be like, damn, like, look at what I got, Nah, I don't think people sit there, in their 1-bedroom studio apartment being like, whoa, like this is comfortable. Or in their 10-bedroom house and like, wow, this is freaking amazing, It's just the way it is. I understand it's probably human nature, but it's all good. Yeah, let's take a look at this video that I was talking about, because I find it really interesting. I like to watch stuff like this. I watch this kind of stuff more than I will watch, I don't know, a lot of stuff. I like to see what people are doing in their everyday lives. So here's this girl. That's her name. She's a YouTuber actually. So her channel's Eunice Tess. But this is so cool. So here she is walking to get a water, about 2 miles from home. She put the little whatever sad emoji. Even she's like, man, walking two miles. Later for this, when I'm able to not walk 2 miles, I'll take it. But it's cool. She's fit. I can tell you that. She's not fat by any means. She's fit. And almost there. Look at this. 2 miles. Amazing. It looks nice out there, kind of serene. I wouldn't mind walking I wouldn't mind walking 2 miles a day. You need to walk 2 miles a day. Because I get fat just sitting on a computer. I'm getting just like my midsection, just sitting at a computer all day. It's not good for you, folks. It's not good for you. Okay. Water looks kind of algae-like, but I'm pretty sure it's still probably clean enough for taking a shower or something, possibly drinking, I'm not sure. Yep, you see she's moving back some of the algae or whatever to get the fresh water. Oh, she's got to bend over. She's putting in work. She's putting in serious work to get the what. Now, most people here, you just go turn on a tap. Turn on a tap. Relatively clean water comes out. You might put it on a Brita filter or whatever. But and look, clearly there are rich countries in Africa. This is not this is what everybody in Africa does. No, this is not what I'm saying. There's people in the United States that well, maybe not today, but not too long ago had to do stuff like this. My grandmother tells me all the time about how they had to go out and get water or had outhouses in the back and all this kind of stuff. So this is not exclusive to Africa. This is just about appreciating the conveniences that you have today, because they don't always have to be there. They may not always be there. You know, we hope they'll be there. What will we do if they're not there? Can you walk those 2 miles? I'm gonna say most people, nah. Some people don't even have tennis shoes anymore. Like, they don't have tennis shoes. So, but anyway, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Okay, here she comes back to, I guess, take a shower or whatnot. All right, and you see the shower's right outside the bathroom, and then when she puts the water in, she's just gonna use the water and do what she gotta do and go ahead on and, you know, whatever. So, I'd be afraid of snakes. That's my biggest, like, that's my hidden fear. There's probably no snakes where she is. I have no idea, but that's what I'd be tripping about. Look how she's cleaning her foot. She's probably got super smooth feet because she's cleaning her foot on that rock. She's exfoliating. Wow. My feet are super rough. That's why I kind of know what she's doing. Now this fire that she's actually making, this is amazing. This is just the level of skill and ingenuity.
So what we use is firewood. We use firewood, and then originally we used to use cooking stones. Like there would be 3 cooking stones, one here, and another on the other side. But now, as things keep changing, as we keep getting modernized a little bit, we now set up this whole setup is now it is now permanent. For the cooking stones, you would use them and maybe take them out or maybe change their position. But for this, it is permanent. So this acts as the cooking stones. But originally, we used to use the cooking stones. So we use firewood.
Okay, let me pause it there. So she's basically saying that, hey, this is more of a permanent installation. So we kind of upgraded. We used to use cooking stones, but now those blocks or whatever that area acts as the cooking stone. So that is like the permanent stove at that point. So that's cool. That's cool. Let's watch more of this.
Breakfast is done. Then you can choose to maybe remove the firewood and wait for lunch, or if the food that you're going to prepare for lunch is already ready, you can put it there as you take breakfast. Or you can choose to just put on the fire and then start all over again. But now after preparing this, I'm going to just put lunch. After that part is going to come in the other routine. Since we're now just doing the morning routine, I'm done preparing my breakfast. So as the breakfast is getting ready, I'll find some other work to do, then maybe come back and find the breakfast ready.
Wow, she said as breakfast is getting ready, I'll find some other work to do. That means she's gonna go do some other work. Okay. This must be like kindling for the fire, I guess. No, this is carpet. This is carpet. Wow. This is awesome. It's cool. It's cool, man. Do Americans appreciate? No. Do Americans appreciate what they have? No, I don't think so. As a general whole, maybe nobody does in any first world super developed country or whatever. Even in Africa, I'm sure there's places in Africa that people don't appreciate what they have. You cannot appreciate what you have on any level, but we're talking about generally what people are complaining about here. Usually, it's got something to do with what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you live, what kind of neighborhood, what's the school system like? What's the school system? Yeah, those are all relatively, understandable things to worry about. Depends on what level you're on. I get that. But when I look around the world and I see other things that's going on, I think, wow, no matter what school system you go to or how you're going to live a relatively comfortable life as far as necessities being met. How you choose to live that life And what you choose to do with it is completely up to you. You can spend it thinking about what you don't have and attaining more stuff, or status in life, or you can use it to engage other people, help other people, enjoy life, explore, even if you don't travel the world, explore your own area of where you live at by foot. Get out of the car, get on the bicycle, get on the public transportation, walk around your neighborhood, explore, engage. All right, I'm gonna take a look at another video. This is from the Filipina P. She has an awesome YouTube channel. I like watching her YouTube channel because she takes you all around Thailand and shows you how people are living and da-da-da-da, all this. But here's one of where she goes home to her family, and she takes you to meet her mom and dad. But she's giving you a tour of her backyard.
Okay, so before I give you a tour
Of their
inside
backyard,
the
her parents'
house,
home.
Let me show you the backyard. We
Wow.
have chicken
They have
pens.
chickens for food.
We breed chickens for food.
See, we just go to
Chicky.
Kroger.
We've got 2 roosters and a hen. And next, I'll show you the bathroom. I know I have mentioned before that Filipino bathrooms are usually outside the main house, so this is ours. And a lot of you guys are wondering why we don't have a toilet seat and a lid, because we don't flush them. We don't flush it because we use the bucket system. After you use the bathroom, all you have to do is dump the water like that.
Damn!
And then everything goes down inside the septic tank. We don't have public sewer or something. We don't have that. And also, I'm standing in our shower area because we take a shower here as well. So what we do is just dump the water onto ourselves and lather with soap and shampoo and rinse. And pretty much that's it. You can take a shower properly here and take off your clothes
Wow.
because we have this door.
Let me stop it right there. My grandmother, she when I ask her, when I get it out of her, she often talks about when they didn't have indoor plumbing, outhouse in the back. If they did, they definitely didn't have any showers or anything. You just took a bath in a bucket, essentially. A big, same thing you wash clothes in, or you do other things in. You took a bath in this big tin thing. And I was surprised to find out that people, like, even throughout the 70s and into the 80s, it was still relatively a very uncommon thing to have plumbing in your house in some rural areas. So when she tells me stuff like that, I listen. I listen because it's like, I'm just amazed. I'm amazed at where people have come from, been able to come from. And if you've come from something like that, you're just going to have a tendency to appreciate what you have more, generally in life. The more you have, the less you're going to have a tendency to appreciate, because you don't know what it's like to be without. Conversely, some people don't know what it's like to be with, to have a lot of access to things. Junk is what I call it, but things that are marketed to you, products. Some people don't know what it's like to have a nice car, this, that, or other. So it means nothing to them. The status symbol means nothing. Red bottom to them probably refers to, the dirt under your foot, not a shoe. BMW, it doesn't mean the same thing. It just doesn't. So, yeah. Well, that's about it. That's all I had to say. Generally speaking, nah. Most of us don't appreciate, and I'll say us because we're all guilty of it at some point, I feel like, or most of us are. But yeah, man, when you sit down and think about it and you look around and you start to find out that what you have is a lot. So take that for what it's worth. Go live your day. Enjoy yourself. Help somebody out if you can. You know, helping people doesn't necessarily mean you got to give them money or this or that or other, but just try to do something for somebody else, even if you couldn't do it for yourself. Anyway, have a great day. Peace.